what we learned in our last class about how to put the sentences together, and we will also learn how to use them. When do we use simple present tense? And then our following class, we will start using the present continuous tense and learn the differences between the two. Present continuous tense is very easy to use. So that should be a fun lesson. Now, today we are going to start off with a list of nouns. And let me show you the PowerPoint presentation that I have prepared for you by sharing the screen and opening it. And I must shrink myself down. Here we go. Now you see everything. All right. So here we are. Let's make a list of nouns. Now don't forget, nouns are person, place, or things. Okay, so what are some persons, some places? Well, we should say people, right? What are some people or some places or some things that you can think of? Let's see. How about the movies? Yes, we need the article here. For all of these that are uncountable, we don't need the article. But if it is a countable noun, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 markers, we need to use an article when we are only talking about one. So don't forget that. And to help us, we will make sure that we write them here with our list of nouns so that we remember to use them if we choose that noun. Okay, so let's do some more. Okay, let's use a cell phone. And you can also say my cell phone or his cell phone or her cell phone. But you do need something in front of cell phone. What else? What is another person, place, or thing? Okay, my dog. Yeah. How about some more? Come on. Park. Yes, let's say the park. We usually use the park because we're talking about a specific park. If you are saying we could go to a park this weekend, you're not sure which park it is, so you could choose any park. That is the use of or an, is when you're not talking about something specific, that it could be any. When you are talking about a certain park, then we use the word the to signify that it's a certain park that we know of. What else? Yeah, school. Now we don't use an article with school because it's just the habit of the English language. Unless again it's specific or general. So if we say that my daughter went to school, we don't use the article in this sense. But if we say we need to find a school, we need to find a good school, right? Or the show is at the school. So those are examples of when to use it. Fish, okay. Fish, it could be a fish or it could be many fish. I don't know. Give me some more. A car. Yes, mom, dad, my sister, my husband, my wife. Person, place, or thing. How about just a couple more to fill in these white spots and then we'll move on. Computer. A or the computer. Snow. Yes, snow. Now snow, we cannot count snow, so we do not use an article with snow. Sure, let's use coffee and water. More uncountable nouns. Great! We're going to hold on to these for now. And let's take a look. Let's continue on in our lesson. Now let's remember how we made the sentences for present simple last time we had class. Yes, we start with the pronoun. He, she, it, we, you, or they. And it's very important to remember that if you're using the he, she, or it, you must put an S on the end of that verb. Okay? You have to put an S on the end of the verb. It's very, very important. Okay, so let's begin with he. So we can practice that. He, okay, walk, walks. This is where we need that S. In the park. Perfect. Present simple sentence. Let's do one with I. I go to work at 8 a.m. Great. How about we? We watch movies. Great. We could just say we watch movies and stop there. Okay, let's do they. They study. Where do they study? Okay. In the library. Let's do one more with you. You. How about you go to the gym. Okay, great. Now you can see how we set them up. This is the pronoun. I always like to use my different color markers. Here's the pronoun. That's our step 1, right? Pronoun. Here is our verb. Go, study, watch, go, and walks. That is step 2, an action verb. And then 3 is the complement. It's not the compliment like, you look so good today. It's not that kind of compliment. It's a grammar term that talks about the object of the sentence, or the time, or the place, everything that comes after the beginning. That is called the complement. Okay, so you go to the gym. Here is the complement for this. In the library, movies, to work at 8 a.m., and in the park. These are all the complements of the sentence. And so you can clearly see the pronoun, the action verb, and the complement. The complement includes things like time, the location, a description, or the preposition in the noun, such as this one, in the library, in the park. Those are prepositions. Okay, great. So, when do we use the present simple? Remember we talked about that last time. For things that are facts or permanent. Permanent meaning you don't know when they're going to end. They could end, they might end, but you don't know when they will end. So we use them in that sense, as in, I live in the United States. That is a permanent fact. I do not know if it will end or when it will end. So we use the present tense for that. And for things that are true all the time, like the sun rises in the east, that is a true fact. It is cold in winter. It is cold in winter is a fact. So we use the present tense for that. And that's a descriptive present tense. Cars drive, right? Cars drive. That's what they do. That's a fact. So that is the present simple tense. Today we're going to talk about habits and routines, and also the frequency of which we do those habits and routines. because that is when we use the present tense the most often. When we are talking about what we do every day and how often we do it, we use the present simple. So let's continue on in our lesson. Today, let's just begin with our daily routines. And as you can see, we have a start and a finish. That means we're going to roll this dice and we're going to say sentences about what number we get to. And now these are the daily routines, so we're going to use our present simple sentences in this. Let's begin. Oh, a big number. We got 5. So from the start, we are going to count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it says, what does that say? Go back 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's make a sentence for this one. Okay, I'm going to erase this. And let's use the word he so that we can practice our verb with the S. Okay, yes. He takes a shower, takes a shower at, yes, 8 o'clock. Now let's talk about this for 1 second. You can say 8 o'clock or 8 a.m. Please do not say both. Only one is necessary. 8 o'clock or 8 a.m. He takes a shower at 8 o'clock. He takes a shower at 8 a.m. Very good. And yes, we use takes. And I believe that in Britannical English, they may say have. He has a shower at 8 a.m. And that's okay, but in American English, we will use the word takes. Great job. Let's roll and see what we get next. Oh, 6. We're going to go through this fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it says lose a turn. Well, since we are not having turns, let's go back to the one before it. What is he doing? In present simple? Yes, he plays. He plays, and don't forget those articles. It's very important. The guitar at 12:30. He plays the guitar at 12:30. 12:30. We don't normally say AM or PM with 12:30 because a lot of people are sleeping at 12:30 AM. So we don't specify. And in the United States, we only say 12:30. We don't say 12:30. He plays the guitar at 12:30. Let's continue. 1. We lose a turn again. Let's roll again. 5. So from our guitar man, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, very good. Now we'll use she because it's clearly a picture of a female. She, what does she do? She dances. She dances at 4:30. Great. I know that these might be easy for some of you, but let's keep reviewing because the next one will make our sentences better. Let's go 6 from our dancer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here he is. What is he doing? Yes, he brushes his teeth. Brushes his teeth at 9:30 p.m. Okay, great. So now you've practiced making the sentences. Very simple, very easy, and that's good. The goal of these lessons is to start at the beginning and work through them to make sure that your English is where it should be, and make sure that you are making proper sentences, and the things that I need to bring your attention to are always putting the S with the verb when you're using he, she, or it, and make sure to use the articles. There's no nouns in these ones. Well, his teeth, this is a reflective pronoun, or possessive pronoun. This is a possessive pronoun. So the articles are not appearing here, but a shower, is the article, and the guitar. Those are very important points. All right, great. Let's continue. Let's talk about the adverbs of frequency. Adverbs of frequency tell us how often we do something. And as you can see, if we do it all the time, we have to use always, and it gets bigger to smaller as you go down this list. You've heard of these a lot, I'm sure. The ones that we use the most often are always, usually, often. But this one is actually not very common unless you're practicing ESL English. Unless you're practicing English, then they make you use it. But we don't normally say it in English in daily conversation. Sometimes we don't use occasionally very much. Seldom is another one we don't use a lot. Rarely and never. Rarely and never. Another one that you actually don't see on here is hardly ever. Hardly ever. And this is more like saying rarely or seldom. This is actually what we would say in English when we are speaking about something that doesn't happen a lot. Something like, I hardly ever go to the gym. Instead of saying, I rarely go to the gym, I would say, I hardly ever go to the gym. So there's a good tip for you. Now, I have a game to use these. Oops, let's keep them on here. Sometimes, rarely, and never. So always is going to be every day or every other day. Every day, one day past the other. Usually means it's part of your daily routine. Usually you do this. Sometimes something might happen to mix it up, but it's usually what you do. Sometimes is something that you do maybe 3 times a week, 2 times a week. Rarely, actually, hardly ever, is something you do maybe once or twice a month, maybe once a week, but it's not something you do all the time. And of course, never means never. I never run. Okay, so let's practice this with a quick game. We're going to start here at start. And maybe what you can do is write your answer in the comments below. Let's roll. Oh, look, we got a 2. 2. The 2 is a snowman. So we're going to put that verb with the noun that we see here and use an adverb of frequency, and of course we need our pronoun. So let's say, I hardly ever build snowmen. Now I used it in the plural sense because I want to show you that if you are going to use it in the plural, snowmen, then you don't need your article. I hardly ever build snowmen because it doesn't snow where I live. Do you build snowmen? How often do you build snowmen? This is where you will put your adverb of frequency in your simple present sentence. So you will have your pronoun, then you will have your adverb of frequency, then you will have your verb and your complement. I hardly ever build snowmen. I sometimes build snowmen. Or I always build snowmen when it snows. Let's move on. We got, again, a 2. Now we are at offer. Offer what? Offer. I will offer, oh, would you like a diamond? This is offer. Let me see. I never offer flowers. I never offer flowers to anyone. I don't know who to give flowers to. Maybe I should give them to my daughter or one of my daughters. But maybe if you are a husband, you offer flowers to your wife every week. Then you would say, I usually offer flowers to my wife on Fridays or once a week. Okay, now let's continue. We have just a few more minutes before I have to end the class. Oh, look what we got. A 2. Okay, from the flowers. 1, 2. Okay. Camping. Go camping. I usually go camping in the summer. I usually go camping in the summer. I always go camping in the summer. I never go camping. What's true for you? Okay, let's continue. Oh, look, we got a different number, 3. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wash my hair. I never wash my hair. I just want to be funny. I usually wash my hair twice a week. I always wash my hair every day. I sometimes wash my hair in the evening. What's true for you? Okay, let's do one more. One more. Oh, we got a big number, 6. From wash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, this is nice. Who are they? Yeah, grandparents. I will use a different one. She always visit her grandparents on the weekend. She always visits. She always visits her grandparents on the weekend. Okay, very good. How often do you visit your grandparents? Write a sentence and leave it in the comments below so I can tell you you did a good job. Okay, everyone, that is our class for today. So let me show you Me again. Hello. All right. Great class. Did you learn something today? Did you learn something new? Was this just a review for you? Comment below about what you learned. Leave your sentences below so I can help you with them. Or tell you that you got it. And I will see you next time. Bye.